think one sign that you've matured to the point of pushing through some of your trauma that you've experienced way early in your life is when you can speak of it freely with people you're not necessarily that close with. They might be potentially very close friends in the near future or even distant future. But the fact is, you're not too ashamed to talk about it, and you're willing to give details. Just my thoughts on growing. Someone asks you genuinely as a compliment, why do you think you're single? And then you're able to rattle off some theories during your earlier life. When you have these conversations with people you just meet, and it feels good to have the conversation, you don't feel this ick. It just comes up in conversation. So you want to know why I'm not married with kids? Here's why I think that is. And it's easily articulated. You don't feel bad. You don't feel weird. It doesn't feel inappropriate when you share the details. Just something to think about. If you're willing to talk about your bad childhood, that's a good thing. You don't necessarily have to save those thoughts for a professional. You should have a professional. My personal opinion is that you should have a professional, even if things are going right, once a year, once every 6 months, have a professional to talk to. You need someone who's not emotionally tied to you to have good conversation about how things are going. You might think things are going well. A red flag isn't necessarily seen by you. So, I don't have a whole lot to talk about other than that tonight. It's been a long evening. Had a pizza with an acquaintance, and then one of my longtime customers calls me over. Had to reinstall computer software, reinstalling Windows, and of course, he doesn't maintain his passwords. So that's really the biggest issue of the evening. I was over at his house for about 3 hours so far, so we're not done. Microsoft told us, you've tried enough times, you're gonna have to wait until tomorrow. I love how they don't give us an exact number of hours that we have to wait. But anyway, it's good that I was busy. Tomorrow, I actually have a job interview. So we'll see how that goes. Don't know if it's going to be full-time. Don't know if it's going to be part-time. Don't know how many hours if it is part-time. But we'll find out. I told them that I would be on time at 9:30. And they confirmed it would be about an hour. Didn't tell them this, but I have another work appointment at noon. So if I'm going to be there about an hour, I should have plenty of time to get to my noon appointment. And then I have to make a phone call with a client that's not terribly happy because I cleaned up a lot of her spaghetti, but she's a little annoyed that it took over an hour more than I estimated. I estimated 2 hours by voice, and then it turned out to be a little more than 3 hours. Didn't realize how many knots I had to undo. I mean, it's relatively easy to articulate. I already offered to discount an hour since I gave her a verbal contract of 2 hours. So I think 2.5 is fair. And I'm just going to have to eat that extra hour. And I'm going to have to go back and move some things a little bit because she's not thrilled with the fact that a big old garish looking computer switch is right next to her refrigerator. There's no way to make that attractive. And the reason I didn't move it like tucked away is because the ISP that installed the hardware originally gave me some short cables to work with. So I'm going to see what I can do about making it even better without additional cost. I'm just happy for the work. And obviously I'm more interested in cultivating long-term relationships, not digging or not beating teeth out. So that's how my Sunday went. I didn't do that job today, but I got an email. Hey, why is this so expensive? You said 2 hours, not 3.5. Well, you had a spaghetti mess. It took me a little longer to deal with that. But anyway, that's it. Happy Sunday, everyone. I actually worked today. I don't normally work on a Sunday, but my customers who've known me for a little 10 years or more obviously feel comfortable enough to call me on an off day. I just get to charge my full rate for it. No discounts on a Sunday. I'm very good at what I do. Just understand what's going on. Okay, I'm good. Happy Sunday. I'll give you an update at the end of Monday tomorrow.